Good evening, June 21st. I understand that a lot of political activity, nobody running against Lidewell. We're going to do some special shows on the failures of Danny Glidewell, just so everybody makes sure that if you didn't want Danny in office, listen to who he endorses and vote for the opposite person. He says he's not going to endorse anybody, but anyway, this is especially the David Buchanan show. Hi, David, since you've never had the damn guts to talk to me. Anyway, I'm going to talk about David Buchanan because he's out there talking about me, but I want you to know something about me first, because I shouldn't talk about him unless you know what I'm about. Some people don't know what I'm about, and they say, what's your background? Well, my background is I spent about since I was 17 and I was in my 50s, about 35 years, I worked for the Department of Defense. I deployed all over the world, fought wars in the name of Republicans, Democrats, and mostly protected the Constitution with what I did. I mean, I actually served the people. I was proud to do it. I was privileged to do it. Serving is a privilege to serve the U.S. military overseas, because not everybody can do it. Not everybody will do it anymore. In fact, very few people do compared to what used to serve in the United States. But I want to tell you, when I did my job for years, there's something I had to have, and that was faith. I don't mean the kind you get at a church by writing out a check. I'm talking about real faith in God. And when you go out and fight wars and do the things that happen at war, you have to not just believe, you have to know that you think you're doing the right thing and that God be okay with it. And so that's how you deal with those kind of things. And so I always just believed in it. I didn't think I had to go anywhere to any particular building or join any part of any group. And just knowing you're doing the right thing, you've got God with you. But when I do want to go worship God, I worship him in a church. I worship him one with an ordained minister and whose finances are open to the congregation. There's a lot of businesses around here disguising themselves as a church. But if the word center is in your name, you should ask yourself, where does my money go? What does it go for? I'm going to talk about David Buchanan while I'm talking about God, because I read his bio in So All today, and I heard what he said in his interview with Bo Wills. Evidently, my relationship in believing in God is much different than David's, because he said God sent him from Alaska to Destin. Okay. Anyway, something just ain't right there. He says that we need more godly people in government. We probably do, David, but somehow I don't think you're him. That's my opinion. You're going to run for office. You told people I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, David. Well, I dare you to debate me. Don't go to a political event and tell people specifically that Alan Osborne doesn't know what he's talking about, because you're just not godly and have enough guts to debate me on the issues that I'd be glad to be a moderator for the District 4 debate. You know, people, I've got some certified letters and texts from other people about David Buchanan and stuff he signed for, sent certified mail. These things were sent to him and he ignored them, and they had to do with following county ordinances. Do you really want a commissioner who was willing to break an ordinance when he wasn't? Do you want somebody like that? What if that's true? And I'm glad to give you the papers that I sent Buchanan, and I'm going to offer them up to the press. And anybody that wants to see them, write me an email and I'll show you the letter that was sent to David Buchanan's business that he says. But let's make no mistake what Buchanan's about. Go read his bio. He's about pro-development. He said people made room for him and other people in South Walton. He wants to do the same. Well, once the north end of the county cheered as South Walton developed, and I get it, it was good for the tax base. And we had a comp plan at one time, a comprehensive plan on how to develop the county, and then a series of sets of commissioners that had HUA disease, that's head up ass, didn't follow the plan. And now they're all sitting around there scratching their heads going, gee, what happened? No plan not followed ever works. It just doesn't. That's common sense on the Alan Osborne Show. If you don't follow the plan and the plan had an outcome, don't expect it. Probably not going to happen. You need to ask yourself, if you're in the north end of the county, do you like the south end being so developed that on the weekend you're not allowed to travel south, that you bow down to the tourists, that our density is so thick in the south end that you've now had to cough up your ability on Saturday to take your kids shopping? Try to go to Destin from Defuniak and Freeport and go shopping at the outlet mall. Try to go down 331 Bridge. Have you had enough of this BS? Hey, David's backed by the Small Business Association, which is basically Shipman and a few regular small business, but it's mostly backed by big developer money. Go read David's bio. He thinks we should keep it up down here, make room for more people. David must not drive in traffic, people. He must not want to take his family on normal outings if you're a full-time resident. We used to have a short season. It damn near doesn't stop now. At what point is traffic over the bridge nonstop from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays? And what good did the 4-lane do us? You know what that gave us? When we had a 2-lane, it wasn't approved to be a 4-lane. The commissioners had to slow down development. It might have helped the hurricanes to get us out of here, but now it's helped the hordes come here, and our land development code might as well not be there because it's just a position to deviate from. Check into Buchanan if you're supporting him. Read the document sent to him. I challenge you, David, to get up and tell me I'm wrong and defend it with a document other than you're godly. We're all godly. We're all made in his image. It's about time you acted that way. And if you don't want more development and you want some accountability, some real accountability by somebody who has served the Constitution instead of David, who just surrounded himself with people who did, go read his bio. Well, that's real easy to obtain. You just vote for military veteran and retiree, senior NCO, retired Donna Johns, your Mosquito District Commissioner, who's already doing what she promised from the first office that we let her hold, and we should let her hold the District 4 Commission. And that's the way it was on June 21st. Let me know, David, because I'm going to turn that package loose. You've already got a copy, so I won't need to send it to you, David. Remember, it was certified. Go look in your 2020 files, okay? It's in there before you got sued. Vote Donna Johns, and let's get on with this and end this stuff. It's time we have some accountability in Walton County. Y'all keep them straight out there, and if you can't be straight, hell, you're probably running for office. See you next time.